Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kadash. Double honor to the head elders, apostles, bishops of great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, throughout the world, who push this word, this truth, this sincerity. Yeah, I just wanted to speak on a few things, regarding this world, as through the spirit I, tend to often do. And Lord willing, you'll be edified for what it's worth. And pretty much what was going through my head was how downtrodden, all right, we're looked at as here in this damn world, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. And the reason behind it is you really understand this truth. You understand what's really going on worldwide and the history of what happened to our people, all right, on a general basis. You know what I'm saying? You understand this concept that, as we are here, and how we are looked at by these so-called white people is exactly what the scriptures say, man. All right, and our majority, a lot of Jake, just don't understand this. They don't get it. They're stupefied. They're bugged out of their minds. You know what I'm saying? For most part. All right, so this is what the scriptures say. Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Because who's this world belong to? Who owns, all right, who runs this current world that we're living in, man? Okay? And what is their attitude, and what is the spiritual understanding behind, them having a secret counsel? Okay? It's to keep you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans under their thumb, man. Which is what? Hate. H-A-T-E. Hate. So what the hell are these plantation Christians talking about? Well, we know exactly what they're talking about, and they're responsible for a lot of wickedness going on amongst you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. Why? Because you are victims, or I ain't even gonna say you're victims, because that's what Neely Fuller would say, which a lot of his content is on point. I respect Neely Fuller Jr., as an elder, not in the truth, but as an elder man, he has wisdom. But I would say you Christians are proponents of white supremacy, meaning you push it forth, you help it. In all honesty, in all reality, you so-called Christians, you plantation Christians, as Apostle Tahar calls you, which is a very excellent way to describe you. All right, love the master. You love this Edomite that has done nothing but destroy you mentally, right? Destroy you mentally. I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. This is all part of the secret council, because they know it's a spiritual thing. They know who you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are. They know you're the Israelites. All right, we're talking about the higher ups, the ones that run every damn thing. How do you think they're able to run every damn thing so smoothly? Because they have a knowledge, they have hidden secret knowledge that you don't have. And they're doing everything in their wicked power to keep that power, that knowledge from you. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay, and we're about to see that on a global scale, the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, because it's now America is a main place of the insurrection, because it's Babylon the Great. But however, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So okay, you got the rest of the continents out there. You have Russia, you have, which is called Asia. You have China, right? You have France, you know, Europe. You have Europe, Germany, okay, Australia. All right. So this thing is a very serious matter concerning you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. Consider your conditions, which the scriptures say, my people doth not consider. Who, now this is the main point that I kind of wanted to harp on. Who whet their tongue like a sword, you see? So what comes out of the, what comes out of your mouth? Words. So the scripture said whet, right? To whet is to sharpen. All right, to sharpen. All right. So these so-called white people, man, these Edomites, they sharpen their knowledge, all right, their cunningness, all right, against you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Like a what? A sword. What is a sword? A sword is a destroying mechanism, man. All right. It's a weapon, man. That's what a sword is. It's an instrument used to kill. Okay? And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Bitter words. That's what's held against you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and the international elite banking family world, man. Bitter words. Scriptures speak about the accuser of our brethren. However, you know, the spiritual damage has been so heavy on you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans over these past centuries. You're destroying yourselves now. They don't have to have segregation, and you know, they don't have to have, you know, these different things that they set up, you know, and then back then, although it still plays a part till this day, it's not as stringent and obvious, but it's still there. All right. We're talking about less than 100 years ago. You know, segregation being a big one. Look that up. Look up the history on that. No dogs, no niggers, and no Mexicans, man. All right. And this is how they still look at you so-called blacks. All right. And following you so-called Hispanics or Latinos and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And mainly the perfect is the elect, man. Because 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're not following after, you know, the requirement of at least, you know, following the law, statutes, and commandments, rehearsing the righteous act to the best of their ability. They're through. All right? And they shoot at them and fear not. All right? You see? And, you know, I just wanted to speak on this because it was just on my mind. So I figured I'd just do a quick impromptu on it, man. You are still hated by these so-called white people. But a lot of you are duped into thinking that you're not. And you're going to face that. You're going to face the reality, man. You know? And the brothers that were, it's in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, I told you so, and you ain't going to have no excuse, man. All right? This is why this is why you're going through what you're going through in America and abroad. All right? And when the reckoning comes, you're just going to have to face the fury. All right? Lord willing, we'll be delivered from that. Because we have been